Since its release last month, Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5 has kind of focused on uniting the universe's best hunters. We've been graced by the presence of the Mandalorian, Kratos, Master Chief, and now the bane of aliens across space and time, the Predator. As two Fortnite addicts do when a new skin launches, senior editor Jeff Cork and I set out on an adventure to unlock the Predator skin. Since neither of us have an affinity for the game's sprays and banner icons, we just stuck to the basics. We wanted the Predator skin, his Yautja wrist blades, the Hunter Trophy back bling, the 90s as heck gun wrap, and finally the icing on the cake, in my opinion, the Biohelmet Online emote. So if you'd like to come along for the journey and unlock the Predator skin yourself, all you really need is access to the Battle Pass. That is the only requirement, and a little over an hour of your time. So without further delay, here's how we unlock the Predator in Fortnite. So first things first, Jeff and I needed to unlock the Predator skin, as this is the necessary step that you need to complete before unlocking the other items in the skin set. The Predator resides in Stealthy Stronghold, which is a giant walled-in forest area that's just north of Pleasant Park. Now be warned that anytime there's a special in-game event at a specific location in Fortnite, that area is usually, spicy. So to get a few guns and ensure that we stayed alive long enough to kill the Predator, we dropped on the outskirts of Stealthy Stronghold. In particular, I dropped on top of the fence and Jeff looted a nearby house that was just outside of the area. There aren't great guns on top of the fence, but there's enough that you can usually get the jump on people right below you. Normally I don't like to thirst in Fortnite, but I really didn't want him to ping where I was to his teammate and potentially, forfeit the skin for us, so I killed him and then tried to get his teammate as well. Now it took a moment or two, but eventually the enemy teammate went to go try to get his friend's reboot card, and that's when I dropped on him. Now here's the part that can be really a big pain in the butt. We had to track down and find the Predator, but that was kind of proving to be tough. And while we thought one of the teams in the distance was fighting another team, they were actually fighting the Predator. Now we ended up realizing this and tried to get into the battle ourselves, but unfortunately we arrived just a few seconds late. So we cleaned up shop, and while we waited for the storm to kill us so that we could load into a new match, we messed around with the Predator's cloaking device. So for our next match, we did the same thing. We landed on the outskirts of Stealthy Stronghold, but we made sure that we were quick on our rotations so that we wouldn't get left out of the Predator fight.
Then I'm 35, 30, 70. Careful, I get sniped. Crack yourself 52. I'm pushing up. Right.
After wiping out a few squads, we were kind of worried that maybe we had missed the Predator again, but then we heard his music cue and started hunting for him. Now, to be honest, Jeff did most of the work taking on the Predator. I was too busy making sure I had good guns. Meanwhile, he was, killing it. Now, there's a few things to note. If you're still trying to get the Predator skin, I definitely recommend going into duos mode with a friend because he's much easier to kill when you're not by yourself. After completing that first step in unlocking the Predator skin, you can kind of go about the rest of the quests at your own pace. Jeff and I decided that Misty Meadows would be a great location to accomplish a few different quests for the Predator. Number 1, we could complete a bounty as the Predator. Number 2, we could spend 30 seconds within 10 meters of another player as the Predator because Misty Meadows usually has several teams dropping there. And lastly, we could also fish up a thermal fish that's necessary to unlock the Predator's gun wrap. Now, slight spoilers for this video, we didn't actually accomplish that third step in this run, but Misty Meadows did prove to be the perfect spot to accomplish all 3 of these if you have enough time in the match. After completing a bounty as the Predator in Misty Meadows and unlocking the Hunter Trophy back bling, we dove into a game of Team Rumble, which serves as Fortnite's Team Deathmatch mode. Since respawns are enabled, this is the best way to farm the thermal fish that's needed to complete the damage-dealing gun wrap challenge. Instead of directly dropping into Misty Meadows again, Jeff and I decided to drop onto the islands that are in the adjacent lake. We both got to work trying to farm our thermal fish. I got lucky and got mine on the first try, while Jeff, well, it took him a few minutes. Now we just needed to find a more congested area on the map full of enemy players so that we didn't risk using our thermal fish for nothing. And luckily enough, as we were making our way towards the center of the map, an enemy team dropped on us, which presented the opportunity to not only complete the thermal damage dealing gun wrap challenge for the Predator, but to also complete the Predator's wristblade quest, which again requires you to stay within 10 meters of an enemy player for at least 30 seconds while you're wearing the Predator skin. And with that out of the way, we only had one more quest to complete to unlock the Biohelmet Online emote for the Predator and ultimately to complete the Yautja's cosmetic skin set. Now this is by far the quickest and easiest step in the Predator questline. All you have to do is visit the Predator's apartment, which is located on the east end of Hunter's Haven. Simply load into a battle royale match and glide directly into the front set of windows of the apartment, and congratulations, you now own all of the Predator cosmetics as part of its free Fortnite set. Hey, once again, this is Alex Van Aken from Game Informer, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it insightful or at the very least entertaining, please drop us a like and make sure to subscribe to the Game Informer YouTube channel. It's important to say that we're always looking for more feedback on how we can improve our channel and the types of videos that we bring you. So if you did find it helpful, drop us a comment down below. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, head over to GameInformer.com to check out all of our awesome video game content. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.